Welcome back for another awesome workout. I'm Jessica. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of weekend warrior yoga. Just a catchy name. We're going to be practicing our warrior postures. This is a good idea even if you are more advanced with yoga and you're comfortable with these postures. Sometimes when we get really comfortable in our poses, we can get really passive with them. And if you're a beginner, this will be a great practice today for you to set a solid foundation to build your yoga practice on. So either way, you can't lose. It's going to be a great workout. We're going to start at the center or more towards the front of your mat. Little bit of space in between the feet. Help take some pressure off the low back. And we're going to kind of tuck the tailbone forward. Engage your core, so we're going to pull those abs in nice and tight. Send the shoulders down. Reach the fingertips for the floor. Pull your kneecaps up and really press into the feet. Kind of feel that connection to your mat. So even though we're standing here, you should be working already. Before we get into our warrior postures, we're going to take a couple nice poses to get warmed up, get the body loose and stretched out. Once we're in our warrior poses, we'll find a little bit more work for us. We're going to inhale, take those arms all the way up overhead and kind of let the shoulders roll back onto the spine. Still nice and tall, still keeping that core engaged. Tuck the tailbone forward, pull the abs in and back, reach it on up. On your exhale, soften the knees, take the hips back behind you, lower through those hands. Stomach connects down to the thighs. As far as you can go comfortably, don't force it, we're still getting warm. You can explore and play here, shimmy the hips, shimmy the shoulders, but really relaxed through the body, keeping the core engaged so the core still tucking in nicely. Push from those feet. We're going to inhale all the way up, nice and slow, checking out how you feel today. Inhale, take those arms all the way up. Exhale, hips back, bend those knees, push evenly through the feet. Inhale, roll it up, working with our breath now. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Take it all the way up. This time we're going to break it up a little bit more. So exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can be on the mat. A little bit straighter in the legs, but don't lock the knees back. Pull those abs up and in. You can take the thighs. You can take the shins. You can stretch your arms back. Keep those pinkies high so those shoulders are working wherever you are. Take a nice, good deep breath in here. And then exhale, roll it back down. And inhale. Take it all the way up. Today's practice will not involve any poses where you will be on your hands or on your knees. So there shouldn't be any discomfort there, but that means we're going to be using the feet quite a bit. So give each of those feet their own little warm-up, couple ankle circles here, and kind of pedal. When you pedal the feet, kind of push back into the ball of the foot, lift that heel up, and then just slowly switch it out. Good, kind of check and see how everything feels. We're going to build a little bit more into our warm-up, and then we're going to get going into the yoga flow. It won't be a really long one today. It's the weekend. You guys have fun things to do. Yoga's pretty fun, but I'm sure there's other big plans you'd like to get to. Here we go. Inhale, take those arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it back down. Inhale, roll it up. This time at the top, pick those shoulders all the way up. And exhale, roll them all the way down. Sweep those arms up overhead. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Inhale, halfway. In your halfway lift, pull those abs up nice and tight. Think about pushing those shoulders back and really stretching the crown of the head forward. Your legs should be working here to keep you nice and stable. Abs should be working to support the low back. Exhale, take that back down. And inhale, roll it up. Follow through with those shoulders at the top, all the way up. Exhale, take them back. Reach for the floor. We're not going to take a back bend, so I want you to tuck this tailbone in, pull those abs in nice and tight, broaden the shoulders back, kind of flip the hands back with you, work through the body there, and then we'll inhale, take those arms all the way up, and we'll step back into our first warrior pose. So warrior one. It'll be really easy counting today. So it'll be 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, but we're going to practice these just a little bit first. So check the spacing of your legs. If you have really nice long legs, I do not, but you want to make sure that as you come down, the farther you come down, the farther you may need to scoot out. So we want this knee right over the ankle. And if it gets to be too much work in your leg, you can pull back out of it a little bit. Don't lock that knee. It's going to put a lot of pressure in the joint. We want to avoid that. So take it down. This back hip, your back leg, should actively be working. So those hips are squared up straight to the front. So imagine both of these hip points coming to the front of your mat. Warrior one, we have our arms extended up overhead. Good. You can deepen into this if you want. Don't forget the back glute is working. You're lowering forward. It's not just the front leg taking all of that work. Back leg working too. Foot nice and flat there. Take a good deep breath in. Keep the hips and legs where they are. We'll just open the rib cage out to warrior two. This might feel a little bit different than some of the warrior twos you've been doing. Good. Let's take it back to warrior one. Shift the rib cage forward. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, 2. 1. And 2. You should be feeling this through the core, through the legs. Inhale, 1. We'll take our modification to begin with, and you can decide how far you would like to go. We'll shift the body weight forward over our right leg, send those arms back for a modified warrior 3. If you would like, you can slowly start working the back leg up. Find a little bit of balance here. Keep breathing. Even if the foot is down, let your front leg do most of the balancing here. The back leg is just for support. Inhale, take it up, step it together, and exhale, forward fold. Very good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it all the way down. Inhale, roll it up, shoulders up and back at the top. We're going to open up on the opposite side, so left side will be to the front here. Check your spacing as you lower down. It's a different side of the body, so it should be expected to feel a lot different. Knee over the front ankle. Back foot nice and sealed down. Turn those hips forward. Work from your back leg to guide those hips forward, and working from this front leg to keep yourself lower down. Inhale, warrior one. Couple of good breaths here. warrior two. Really reach those fingertips off of the body. Inhale, warrior one. The only thing moving is the rib cage. The legs stay the same. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, one. Exhale, two. Pull those abs in. Don't forget about them. Inhale, one. Taking the modification first. Reach the body forward over this left leg. Kind of see if you can work that back toe in. Lift the leg. Woo! Bend it forward. And then we'll return. Bring it all the way up. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Hug those abs in. Send those shoulders back. Release it back down. Push from those feet. Roll that spine all the way up. Hug those abs in on the way. Shoulders up and back. At the top, soften those legs. Reach those thumbs up and back. Step your left foot back. Again, warrior one. Somehow, I never seem to make it quite wide enough. So, if you need to, just wiggle the foot out. It's not a big deal. Warrior one. We're going to hold here for a couple of breaths so you can run through your alignment. Hips turn forward, but your back foot is still flat on the mat. Easing forward into this right hip, but the right hip is still pulling back also. Abs are engaged. Good. On an exhale. Warrior two. Reach these fingertips out. Stare off of those front fingers. Hug those abs in, let those legs work. We'll be here for a couple seconds. Think about warrior pose, cultivating strength, fighting against whatever battle, whatever stress that's coming on. So we're really kind of holding steady, finding a solid foundation. And we'll inhale back to warrior one. If warrior three with that back foot is lifted, come on straight into it. Otherwise, you just inch forward and use your back leg as a little bit of balance. Good. Think about stretching these arms nice and long behind you. Leg nice and long off of the body. Even if it's down, try to get it off of the body, still letting this right leg work. Inhale, step it all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. You guessed it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, return it back down. Inhale, roll it all the way up, shoulders up and back. Open up this right side to warrior one. Run through your postures again. Hips forward, lowering down into this left leg. Left knee is kind of pushing out so it's not caving in. Out to the side. Arms all the way up. So the rotation is coming from the center body. Keep breathing. See if you can go just a little bit lower. If it's too much, if you need to, you can pull back. That is up to you. On the exhale, warrior two. Send these fingertips forward, send your back fingertips back. Lower the shoulders, hug those abs in. Still working from this back leg. Make sure that you didn't open your hip when you opened the rib cage. Yin and yang. So, on the opposite side, we thought about our poses. Warrior, creating that strength against stress, things we fight against. Finding a foundation in that. Think about what battles you can let go of here. It's a good way to start the year.
Choose your battles. I always say it, choose your battles. What are some battles you can let go of? You know, should you talk nicer to yourself? Be more patient with yourself? Quit fighting against yourself? Good. Transition through to warrior 1. All the way into warrior 3, you can leave that back foot down if you need to. Ooh. You can lift. If you lifted and decided it wasn't for you, you can lower that foot back down. Let this left leg work. Step it together. Inhale, take those arms up. Tuck those abs in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, peel it up halfway. Exhale, soften it back down. Inhale, roll it all the way up. Shoulders up and back at the top. If you can, clasp the hands behind you. Seal those palms together. Open the shoulders onto the spine, avoiding pushing the tummy forward. So we want to kind of counteract to keep those hips bent forward. You can take your gaze up just a little bit. Stretch through these arms. If you are extra stretchy today, you can lift the hands. Release those hands, take those arms all the way up. Exhale. Forward fold. One more time, all the way through. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release it back down. Inhale, roll it up. Shoulders all the way up and back. Take those arms straight up as you step back into your warrior 1. Hopefully, feeling a little more comfortable, back leg working. Hopefully you just kind of snapped right into it. So a lot of times we kind of tend to do this movement here. So yeah, we're in a warrior, but it's not real active in the back. So shift that hip forward, squeeze the whole muscles of the back leg, pull your kneecap up, just in case you didn't snap right back into it. Shift into warrior 2. The only thing we're gonna do is open the rib cage and take those arms out, drop the shoulders. I'm starting to scrunch. I scrunch when it's a lot of work. We wanna avoid that. Couple more breaths here. I feel like I'm out of breath. Yoga can be a lot of work. Transition through to warrior 1. Work your way again, last time, into that warrior 3. Hopefully they're getting better as you go. Sometimes the balance gets worse because the muscles get tired, but it will improve in time. Inhale, take those arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, release. Push from those feet, tuck those hips in, pull those abs up. Shoulders all the way up and back. Right leg comes on back. Warrior 1. Good. Check through your pose here. See if you need to make any little adjustments. Warrior 2. I almost did it. Take those hips back forward. Rotate from the rib cage to open those arms. Transition through warrior 1 to warrior 3, straight into it. Or if this is your not as strong yet side, you can take the balance and see if you can get the full lift. If you don't feel steady, leave that back leg down, but keep the weight shifted over this left leg. Just getting a little stability from that touch. So you can see with my toe down, I'm definitely more stable, but I'm still able to lift it because all of my weight, practicing my balance here on the left side. Inhale, step it together, arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Good, hang out here. If you have ended up with your feet really close together and you have a sensitive low back, go ahead and just step them just a little bit wider. Put a little bit of space in between them. Couple of breaths here. Soft in the knees. You can take a bigger bend if you need to. You don't need to be as far. This is a great place for a block if you don't quite reach the floor all the way today. You don't have to dangle out into the universe. You have a connection. Peel it up. So we're going to straighten those legs a little bit, but not lock them back. Send those arms back behind you. Kind of roll the shoulders onto the spine. Shoulders long away from the ears. Stretch the neck forward. Lift the pinkies. Exhale. Take it back down to the block, or if you don't need it, you can set that out to the side. Inhale. Roll it all the way up. Good. So, those warrior poses hopefully give you a little bit of practice to practice in your practice. Go ahead and let's end where we began. Stretch out those feet. All of that balance really does put a lot of work into the feet, and we are really good at overlooking how much they do for us. So just kind of feel through them a little bit. And then we'll kind of come back to our mountain pose. Even your feet out. Get the space in between. Flare open the toes. Get a good solid press into your mat. Kind of pull the abs in. Tuck the hips back. Lengthen through your low back. Abs are engaged, pulled in. Pull your kneecaps up. Send those arms down. And since we're not doing any on the floor postures today, you can kind of take Shavasana here. You could have your hands at your heart. You can kind of bow the head, soften the knees. Still keep those hips forward. Don't roll into your low back. Hands could be at your side. Just kind of take a couple seconds here. Think about our warrior poses. Think about a warrior attitude. Which battles are worth fighting? Which battles are worth letting go of? On the next inhale, we'll kind of open the eyes, bring it back up. Take a good deep breath in. Hold it here at the top, and then we will let all of that go. Namaste to you. Thank you all for joining me again for another workout. Hopefully we will have many more to go throughout the year. It'll always be something different, different modifications, different things.
I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me already with the subscribing and the sharing. It really does mean so much to me, and I take it so very seriously. So I hope to see you guys again soon. Until then, keep working on your yoga postures, keep drinking your water, and doing things that are good for you and feed your soul. Thank you so much, everyone. See you again soon. Take care.